April 27th, 2019, National Babe Ruth Day. And as Americans paid tribute to the great Bambino, the Colossus of Clout, the Sultan of SWAT, it seems serendipitous at the least to have in our midst the Bootleg Racing League's own version of Babe Ruth. And of course, any follower of this series knows that that could only be the one and only J.R. Shepherd. The Babe had 714 career home runs, and it's an exaggeration, but it seems Shepherd has nearly as many BRL championships to his credit. When they open the Bootleg Racing League Hall of Fame, Shepherd is sure to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But if you were planning to enjoy this broadcast with the knowledge you'd be able to brag to your yet-to-be-born descendants the Saturday night you watched the Sultan of the Short Track, J.R. Shepherd, well, you're going to be disappointed. Shepherd is going to sit one out, but fear not. That gives everyone the opportunity to maybe see this series version of the next Hammer and Hank. Sponsored by the Cruise Shop. From New Smyrna Speedway, it's round 5 of the Outlaw Modified Series 2019 Spring Season Championship. And you can see all the simulated SK Modified short track action from waving green flag to victory donuts live as it happens right here on the Global SimRacing Channel. Hello everyone and welcome to another GSRC broadcast way up in the press box to bring you our Word's Eye View Soup Bag Crackers. Yours truly, Bill Soups on, joined by my longtime booth mate Sean Crackers Ambrose. Turning the knobs and pushing the sliders is our director Joe Peak, armed with cameras, locked and loaded by Dougie Beard. All this talk about Shepherd coupled with the Easter break, I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that Dan Butler picked up his first Outlaw Modified win last time out. If the Butler hopes to serve up back-to-back wins, the regrid rule that will place him well off the pole and a tough racetrack will make that a tall order. Crackers, tell us a little bit about today's venue.
Soup, before I tell you about today's venue, let me tell you that due to rain today and forecast for more rain tomorrow here in the real world up in Connecticut, the Napa Auto Parts Spring Sizzler has been postponed to next Saturday. What does that mean? The eyes of the modified world are on us. Yes, right here at the Bootleg Racing League tonight at New Smyrna Speedway. Welcome everyone, this beautiful high-banked, half-mile paved oval located just a few miles west of New Smyrna Beach and only 12 miles from Daytona International Speedway. You know, this track has been hosting some great stock car racing for well over 50 years now. Tonight it doesn't get any different. You see there it's 23 degrees. It's 18 to 23 to 24, 25, maybe even some spots. Variable banking, but it's high bank. One of the highest bank tracks that will run here in the Bootleg Modified Racing Series. And the best way to get a look at it is to hop on the GSRC SK Modified for a hot trip around New Smyrna Speedway.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Global SimRacing Channel. My name is Brian Yazek and I'm going to be taking you for a spin around New Smyrna Raceway in the GSRC SK Modified. Turn 1 has a heck of a lot of banking into it. Dive it down, find that yellow line, watch the bumps. The other thing you're going to be paying attention for, as you see right there out of Turn 2, it's very, very slick with the way that the track falls away. Same situation down into 3 and 4. Find the yellow line, come back up. There's a little bump out of Turn 4 that might upset the car just a bit. If you have another one on the outside of you, diving back into Turn 2 again, bringing it right all the way out to this wall. Make sure that you don't hit it because it comes out in a way that you don't expect it to. Coming around once again, Turn 4, find the yellow line. You're going to have to be careful on corner exits. You'll see right here, it could sneak away from you and you can find yourself facing the inside wall in a heartbeat. Turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 are pretty much the same scenario. This track has a lot of banking for a short track. It means it's going to put on a heck of a show today. And this is where we're going to wrap it up, coming out of Turn 4 for the final time underneath the start-finish line. And that completes your track guide to New Smyrna Raceway.
Welcome back, race fans, and that lap guide, as well as everything on this broadcast, sponsored by the Cruise Shop. The Cruise Shop's been in operation since 1986, and you know, they're a team of highly experienced travel agents that have a huge passion for travel. They specialize in cruises, all-inclusive resorts, escorted tours, Disney and family travel vacations, group vacations, honeymoons, and weddings. Yeah, set up your honeymoon and your wedding vacation with them. They'd love an opportunity to help you plan that. Give them a call today, and you can do that at their phone number, 260-755-6125. Or listen, folks, go to their website. Really, get a hold of them now through their website, or at least get some info about them at thecruiseshopfw.com. The Cruise Shop is dedicated to fulfilling their clients' dreams, one destination at a time. Soup.
Thank you, Crackers. Let's go ahead and look at the points now. James Lowe hit a leadoff home run at Five Flags, but has since slipped into a slump. he keeps falling further behind the lead each round. The Sultan of the short track, J.R. Shepard, touched them all at Myrtle Beach and has been at the top of the order ever since. Chris Vicini has shown warning track power, still looking for his first dinger. Tim Shanoski hit one out in the third inning at Martinsville. And Mark Herzog has a great on-base average, sitting in fifth. All right, we're always picking up new viewers. Sean talked about the rain out in the real world, so there's guys watching for the first time. Sean, this is important. Tell us about the details.
Soup, they are watching from all over right now. Some maybe even sitting at a local restaurant on their social media feed, watching the Bootleg Racing League right now. But what you need to know is this is round 5 of 11. We've just about hit the halfway point this season. Let's call it halfway. 100 laps tonight here at New Smyrna. No tires. If you need them, well, tough. You can't have them. And, well, you just trust me. You don't want to take them. It's punishable. It is the iRacing SK Modified fixed setup here for New Smyrna Speedway. They'll be running that tonight, and it's up to the driver. The NASCAR Lucky Dog is in play. Why? Because this is a NASCAR series. The NASCAR Wheelin' SK Modified Series. And you have the one fast repair. Well, that means basically you've got one spare car up on the truck, and you can pull it down, get it on the track. You'll get a chance to fight again if you have a bad one. Now, the grid here will be inverted based on the top 12 finishing drivers of last week. And Soup, well, we were off for Easter Sunday last week, so it's actually from 2 weeks ago. And, well, you gave it away a few minutes ago by mentioning last week's winner, Dan Butler. We know he'll be starting in 12th. Soup, I don't remember who's starting on the pole right now off the top of my head. I actually thought I did a moment ago, and I lost it.
Yeah, I was going to research that too, and the beginning of the race snuck up on me. You know, you talked about people watching from restaurants and stuff. Maybe we look at the number 59 of Mike Allen. Do you think maybe Clarence's Steakhouse? Anybody watching from there?
I think they have it on the monitor in the kitchen there, Soup. Just next to the ticket board there's a monitor, and they keep the Bootleg Racing League races on there, and they're watching their hero there, Mike Allen. Big field tonight. I guess the word got out that the Sultan of the short track was not going to be here. Everybody decided to come. Got a couple new names to watch out for, right, Sean? We do, and a couple new names in the series indeed, and we welcome them aboard. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Pierce? Was it Pierce or Pearson? Bruce Pearson. There he is.
The number 90. The number 96.
Number 96. Number 96. He's a Club West driver, Soup, and Bruce Pearson's with us. And then there was I'm trying to find him in the field now.
Adam Schoen. Could that be maybe a new one? Number 31. Have we seen Adam race with us before?
It is Adam, the Carolina driver, and it's Adam Shane, actually, is how
Adam Shane, okay.
Right, is how that was supposed to be pronounced. So there we go.
That is a
so
good-looking car that he's in right there, man. I like that dark 31.
Yeah, that was the same. He had the same look going down on his super late model that they just ran here a few minutes ago. Mark Herzog won that race. Super familiar name there.
Hey, that's good. Look at that 31 black car with black numbers outlined in, I'm going to say yellow. Nice yellow rims. Boy, that's a good one. There's the 57 of Herzog and his familiar.
I think
he really needs to get I'm telling you, if you're going to race that number, you really need to have like a steak sauce sponsorship. I'm just saying.
Well, you know, Mark actually turned about 15 laps in practice. He's way down the board. I'm going to accuse him of sandbagging a little bit out there in practice, maybe.
All right, let's take a look at the weather here, Sean, see how that's going to play an effect on this event.
Yeah, well, you know, Soup, it's we're in the late afternoon here. It's 88 degrees, and, well, track's starting to get a little sticky out there. It's 93 degrees Fahrenheit, a little bit of wind. Could give you a little bit of trouble here in the banking, but maybe not likely. We'll see. It's variable somewhere between about 5 and 10 miles an hour, so it may not be that bad. Humidity is right there in the middle. Maybe even a little untypical for southern Florida this time of year as it starts to get a little sticky in the evenings. And Humidity could probably be a little bit higher than that, but right now it's at about 49%. I think we got great conditions for racing. It could get a little slick here as they get deeper into the run. I would say look for the tires to fall off quick if they have an extended run, anything over like 20 or 30 laps, really hard on the right rear tire here on this high banked speedway.
Before this event, I was enjoying a little veg time with my wife, sitting arm in arm watching Frozen, one of her favorite movies. Princess Anna singing about love is an open door. I think some of the drivers might have taken that to heart, as without J.R. Shepherd being here today, it's an open door for some of these guys to pick up a win. You know, we've had 4 different winners, though, this season, 4 events. We talk about Shepherd's dominance. It's not like he's been collecting checkered flags. We spread it around a bit.
Well, Soup, the fields keep getting deeper every week, and the talent pool, well, it goes up with every passing week. I've got to be honest with you. You know, 2 more new drivers in the field this week. We've got 27 SK Modifieds registered, ready to run this one. I think that's maybe a bigger factor. It doesn't hurt that JR is on the boulevard there in Talladega, and I'm okay to say that information was shared with me. We'll have stories from the boulevard at some point, trust me. But yeah, Soup, you got to take your chances where you can get them, but they've done a pretty good job of knocking him around a bit this season. He's had to figure guys out, all these new drivers, guys and ladies, and quite frankly, we know he is not a fan of the changes they made to this car back last year. So, and then when I talk about changes, they updated it. They updated the chassis model a bit, and they updated the setups and really changed the way how the car runs a little bit. And it has made it a little bit more of a one groove type of racing, harder to pass on the outside. But man, I'll tell you what, in that super late model race, I've watched some super lates get around the outside here. If you know how to run a high bank track like this, you can figure that out if you know how to run down the hill a bit. So I look forward to seeing that tonight. I think we're going to get it, especially in a deep field like this.
Yes, not a lot of the silence is deafening from all of his competitors shedding a tear and crying over J.R. Shepherd's disapproval of the new setup. Anything that changes it up a bit, I think they're all for. If practice times means anything, Chris Bassini looks like he's going to be tough, putting in a 17.577.
Well, the New York modified driver has some pretty good experience here with New Smyrna. Certainly has been around the right people throughout his life that done a lot of racing at this track. I'm sure secrets have been shared, and he's scratched little things down in his notebook. But right now, he does have the secret of the speed here in practice. But Soup, we're talking about practice. It's time to go racing. Practice is over, buddy.
Practice means nothing when it comes to the grid, as that is predetermined from last time out. Would like to mention, though, Todd Liston's going to answer the bell as the second fastest qualifier. So we'll see what he can do for us here today as iRacing populates it for us. So who's on the pole? Well, it's Ruben Altice. He's going to be inside of Mike Allen. We talked about him in the Clarence Steakhouse machine. Chris Bassini, oh my goodness, he's fast in practice, sitting third inside of Mark Herzog. Lowell Jewell and Matt Chinoski fill up the next row. 8th and 9th, Jason Menda. He's surprisingly fast inside of Kenny Kibbe. Jeffrey Harden in the 9th spot. And the Butler, Dan Butler, back in 10th, coming off a win last time out. Crackers?
Soup, New England native Donnie Moore going to start 11th tonight in number 26 SK Modified right next to Andy Tico. He'll start 12th in a number 65. Row 7 going to go to Mike Holloway in a newly minted number 9 next to Joshua Buckley in his number 82 SK. Row 8, Todd Liston back in the 87 right alongside Tristan Mart starting 16th in a number 28. Row 9 going to go to Kurt Meeks in 17th there, starting in the 18. Next to Kurt Smith in his familiar number 6. He'll start 18th tonight in row 10, and it's going to be John Hine, the number 21, right alongside Jeff Dooley, going top 20.
Hitting blackjack, it's Chris Forster. In the double duck spot, Fear strikes out Bruce Pearson. In the 23rd spot, it's Matthew Aubrey. Now keep an eye on this. James Lowe in the 24th position, probably too far back to get a win. His goal maybe to get into that transfer spot into 12th. 25th, our newcomer Adam Shine, I believe is what we decided that was.
Shane.
Scotty Zerk is back. Shane, okay? Scotty Zerk is back in 27th. And Sarah Marie Spiller, fan favorite, rounding out the back of the field. 27 drivers here tonight. That's a big field. Let's hope they all behave and we get in some good green flag racing.
Let's hope they all behave. Listen, there's plenty of pavement to run around here on. Now, when they get into the turns, here when these tires are a little cold getting started, Soup, the side-by-side racing is going to be very dicey. Let's get ready to rock and roll here.
We talked about Chris Bassini with warning track power coming into this race. I think he's probably your favorite. The number 15 car sitting on the inside of row 2 to get the win here today. That would be my pick. Chug-a-lug makes you want to holler, hi-da-ho! It is Ruben Altice out in front. Sure enough, Chris Bassini steals the position from Mike Allen. Mark Herzog slips into 4th. There's the battle for 5th. Shanowski on the outside. The boss, Lowell Jewell, the number 3 down low. They continue the fight for 5th position. Lowell comes out the best of it right now.
And Soup, we got our first caution.
Well, we got one lap in.
Yeah, it looks like Bruce Pearson got checked up there. He's going to get into the back of a car. That was number 58 for Chris Foster. They just took two different lines through the turn and then met at the same spot.
I'll tell you, fate is a weird thing. I've been trying to kind of hit a baseball theme going on through this race tonight. One of my favorite movies is a little-known baseball movie called Bang the Drum Slowly. A character played by Robert De Niro in one of his early performances, as we continue to look on replay. The lead character in that movie is a catcher named, strangely enough, Bruce Pearson, as Bruce Pearson brings his number 96 into the pit lane.
It's amazing how it all comes back around like that, isn't it, Sue?
I'm telling you, it is a weird thing. If you've never seen Bang the Drum Slowly, go ahead, check that out.
It's a great movie.
You know the movie, okay.
Oh, I know it very well, yeah. Well, I haven't even, I mean, we're covering a modified race, and I could go on and on and on about Babe Ruth and baseball, and but that's another broadcast and another sport.
We're gonna wait till they bring that aspect into iRacing.
Yeah.
You and I will raise our hand to sign up for that. Ruben Altice, he started on the pole. He was able to hold off the Chargers. He's going to be out in front. Chris Bassini now is going to be forced to start from the outside. He won't have that nice inside of row 2 position. Let's see how that plays out. Mike Allen might be able to return the favor that Bassini demonstrated on him last restart.
Okay, still not enough heat in the tires, but let's see if Bassini takes that line maybe up to the center of the turn as they speed into that first turn here on the restart, and then tries to drive the car down the hill off exit, come along Altice and take that spot away. A little early, but I mean, Bassini already got himself out of the second row in those first few laps that we had. Car's obviously hooked up pretty well here early. We'll see what he can do from the outside. We'll see if that's going to be possible tonight, Sue.
Lights are on the pace car. Let's take this opportunity to see who is in the transfer position for the pole. We go back. It is Joshua Buckley up a couple spots. Nice to see Mike Holloway back there in the Baker's Doesn't position in 13th. Racing in the number 6 machine. Sorry, number 9 machine.
You got caught looking at it from the wrong direction.
I'll tell you what, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, they were on lap number 6. When I looked down to see the car number, it said lap 6. I went to the lap. I did not get inverted on that one.
Here we go.
At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. A car that I won't have that problem with is the number 11, because it's an 11 no matter what straightaway he's on. Ruben Altice is your leader right now, going in the corner. the 15 of Chris Bassini, trying to make the top side. Boy, he gets a good run off of 2. Has some momentum now into 3. Has a half car length lead into 3. Let's see if he can make it work up there again. Very good drive off this time off of 4. He won't lead at the line, but he is right there right now in better position than he was last time. More bumping and banging, and we got another yellow.
Well, we sure do. And Kurt Smith went for a wild ride down the front stretch coming out of turn 4.
He was in front of some 3 wide action.
I lost track of the number of rolls.
Yeah. I believe it was John Hine who got into him. Now, I'll be honest with you, Smith might have come across his nose there. Whee! Well, he's not the Smith isn't the only one that went around as we ride on board with Spiller.
Yeah, no, Sarah's going to drive under this. We got her on screen. Kurt Meeks was the other car that was up on his lid, but here comes Sarah. She's going to get right under it, right by. There you go. Great job, Sarah Maria Spiller getting by. She fights on in the number 8.
All right, 10 laps in, 2 caution flags so far.
Yeah, and Meeks had to tow because of that on his lid there on the front stretch, and so he is sitting in there waiting. He'll get a chance to get his laps back here as we pick up more cautions. But Soup, unfortunately, we've been hit by the caution flag here in the opening laps of this great race this evening.
Oh, Bruce Pierce. I'm sorry, Bruce Pierce. I saw peeling off from. He was a lap down, so he peels, and I thought we were losing a driver up front. Yep, Ruben Altice, though, I guess he's not unhappy with this. Nobody can pass him under yellow. The driver that has led the most laps in reality is the beautiful Medina Mendez out of Long Beach, California, driving the pace car tonight. Good to see her back again, doing a good job. In case you haven't figured it out yet, all my ex-girlfriends drive the pace car.
So you actually dated Medina Mendez. I was not aware of that.
Yes, indeed. She's a fine young lady.
We'll talk some other time about the finer points of Medina Mendez.
I do not reply to Facebook's hellos. I'm not a guy of Facebook, but somebody told me that she was looking at me, so this is my way of responding. So good to see her out there. Chris Bassini in second, Mike Allen, Mark Herzog in fourth. Let's do a Shinasky count here. We see Matt in fifth. Is there another one here today? I don't see Tim.
I have not seen Tim. Tim is a no-show today. I'm sure there's a good reason. It's race season getting started. He may be off at a track. We just never know with those two.
And it looks like we only have one Allen, as Mike is only one here. It was a hard charger. Well, let's see what we got going on
James
here.
Lowe?
Nobody really. Yes.
James Lowe, Sarah Spiller, also up 8.
Spiller. There you go. It's kind of hard to make up too many positions when most of the laps are being done under yellow. All right, the lights are off of Medina's car. Altice on the inside. Bassini gave Altice everything he wanted on that restart. We'll see if he can do it one more time.
Yeah,
Mike Allen back there had nowhere to go. Yeah.
Watch out for Herzog back there, too, because he could come right along with Bassini.
That is a good camera shot right there as they come underneath the silk camera. Pace car is in. We're going racing. Working lap 15. This time Altice gets a much better jump. Bassini has nothing for him. Allen in third. Herzog in the 57 with some little momentum on the high side. Watch everything happen in front of him. It's the 00 of Matt Chinoski, that blue car. Oh my goodness. They are 2 by 2 by 2. Looks like animals getting on the arc.
Yeah, and they are stacking them deep and selling them cheap here midfield. Woo-hoo-hoo. Donnie Moore trying to make his way through. It's just a hornet's nest back here, listing to the inside.
Oh, that is Lowell Jewell, who gets really loose coming out of 4. He's going to lose a few spots.
Oh, and up in the wall.
Up front.
Mike
It is
Allen.
a car up front.
It's Allen and Herzog. Oh, they get hooked up.
Well, when we look at this one, and there was really no room. Herzog tried to put the car between the wall, and there just wasn't any room for that.
I don't think Mark meant to hook him right there. I just don't think Mark knew exactly how close he was when he made that move, Soup. And then Forster gets involved in another one. We go on board with him right here. That's 2 for him now.
Mike Holloway gets a clipped piece of it too as he goes by. There's Forster.
Man, poor Chris just minding his own business to see if he can get going.
Well,
hey, pop the motor on that one. Yeah, that's what we're hearing from
come
the
on and
director.
get
There it is on the screen. Yeah.
You can get a new one though, right? That's a free car. If he has one left.
He was already in. That's the problem. He may have gone to the spur. Well, he
got
did.
it. Here he comes.
There he goes.
The magic of sim racing. So everyone gets to vulture a couple spots now. That all happened behind Altice and Pacini. We talked about Shinosky in 5th. Well, now he's in 3rd. Move everybody up 2 spots. Do-si-do, swing your partner.
And Ruben Altice is still the leader of this race. How about that?
Driver we have not talked about, but he is very competitive. Number 14, Kenny Kibbe. He'll have the unfortunate position of starting on the outside, but so far we've seen that outside line work pretty well. Be outside of row 2. So with that, who gets to move up into the 12th position? That's going to be Tristan Martz.
You know, you brought up Kibbe. Kibbe went to a new car. He's got Discraft as a sponsor on the car now, and Soup. That is actually a company I can get behind. I am actually wearing my Discraft hat right now, and I mean
Really?
that sincerely. I have a Discraft hat. My son, my oldest son, my 23-year-old, has been an ultimate Frisbee player for, well over 6 or 7 years now, 5 years with the University of North Texas, and he's just wrapping up his career, his collegiate career. And let me just tell you that Discraft is a name synonymous with ultimate Frisbee and Frisbee golf, for that matter. So a great sponsor on that car there for Kenny Kibbe. It showed up a few races ago, and I was keen to pick it out, and I thought, you know what, that is one I can get behind all of them. Hey, we love all the sponsors, but Discraft, yep. I'm wearing your hat right now.
Because our official sponsor is the Cruise Shop, and if you're looking for a vacation, check in with them. You don't have to be from the Fort Wayne area. They'll be able to take care of you no matter where you are around the country. And if you don't want to cruise, I'm telling you, check into their train vacations. Man, those look good. Trips through the Rockies, they get off the train, they put you up in hotels. Oh man, that looks good. Right now, Ruben Altice does not care about vacations. He's having the time of his life in the lead. Working lap number 24. We're almost a quarter of the way there. Look at the battle for 3rd position. Kibbe in the 14 with momentum on the top side is going to get the best of Matt Shinosky. The top side is working. Oh man, there is fighting all the way through, but we can't take our eyes off of 2nd position. Pacini liking the high side. Working on Altice. Altice comfortable in that middle to low line.
Yeah, watch out for Kibbe, though. He's back here stalking, man. He's looking for a way in. Gonna try and get up through the middle there, not open the door closes quickly.
Good drive off a 2 from Pacini. And he's going to get credited with leading the lap, and I think he's going to be able to close the door. Despite what Princess Anna sings in Frozen, Pacini now
Kibbe
out in front. Kibbe looking for somewhere to put the 14.
Boy, he had a big run coming out of 2. And now is opened the door for Matt Shinosky getting a reel in. You see him there in the background. Altice able to hang on to P2. Kibbe, not Kibbe, but Pacini running away.
They are finally single file all the way back to like 17th position.
Mike Allen spun
Oh, we got a problem.
Allen spun it out of 2.
kerfuffle.
Boy, that didn't
I
even
think-
start with Allen.
Yeah, I
That
think it
was
was out
Liston.
of 4. I'm looking at
Yeah,
Josh
it was.
Buckley.
It actually started with, I think, Liston getting into the back.
Yeah.
It was, and it just in a big accordion. Yeah, it was Liston making contact with the 82.
Liston gave him a little phantom punch there, turned him around.
Poor Josh Buckley. Another New England driver having a little bit of trouble here in the back of the field. Forster, the other one that's had a lot of early trouble.
Yeah, drivers involved in that one was the number 9 of Holloway involved in it.
Forster,
The 87
I'm
of
sorry,
Liston.
not Forster, but Buckley picks up some pretty significant damage on his SK. He had to bring it in. We're on board with Mike Holloway here on the replay, and he gets it.
James Lowe got turned around. Now remember, Lowe is sitting second in the points, but had a bad performance last time out. Had to start well back in the order. And James Lowe has more problems racing in now 21st position. I think he came in, got a fresh car. Well, we had a wire-to-wire win last time out from Dan Butler. Will we get another one here? Well, we will not, because Scott Mazzini has got around Altice. Well, now Ruben is really, was liking that inside line. Let's see what he can do. It'll be the first time he'll be up top all night. Kibbe will be down low in that 14 machine. Got a hunch that Kibbe, by the time we come out of corner number 4, will be sitting in second position.
I think Kibbe's got this one figured out as well. I really like the way he's looked here early. And Matt Shinowski, I would be any driver should be concerned with him in their mirror. Matt's a salty old vet here, and he knows it's not go time yet. There's plenty of racing left to go as the lights go out on the pace car. We head through turns 1 and 2. Get ready to head down the back stretch and get ready to wind them back up again here at New Smyrna Speedway.
Keep an eye on the driver in 8th position, car number 26, the old veteran Donnie Moore, doing what he does, working his way through the field. By the time we get close to the end, right about when Sean says it's time to boogie, don't be surprised if you don't see Donnie Moore up there cutting a rug. Chris Fassini gets the jump. Look at Ruben Altice. He's going to be able to hang on to second. Kenny Kibbe had nothing for him. Shinowski stuck on the high side. He comes down in front of Lowell Jewell, the boss, having a good run in 5th. That yellow car up top, the 44, that's Jeffrey Harden, being challenged by Jason Menda. Harden with a good run. Menda could not get anything from the 45. He loses a spot to Harden. Look at Harden now going under Lowell Jewell, but he can't make a stick down Lowell. Jewell gets the momentum in the 3.
Right behind Harden there, Holloway. Oh, and Donnie Moore's around.
He doesn't hit anything. He'll live to race on.
Donnie Moore got Donnie got Nerf bar to Nerf bar with Menda. You're going to see it from above. Menda in that pink and yellow number 45 there on the bottom. Donnie in the 26 up top. And they're going to come together. It looks like the right front of Menda touches that Nerf bar and sends him around. And then there was more carnage behind that suit.
Donnie Moore says, I thought I left you enough room there. It looks
That
like
was,
Tristan Martz got turned around under yellow.
It was Martz. The yellow had just come out, and I think it was the
Chris
58.
Forster.
It was
Chris Forster.
Yeah.
Little slow to respond to the waving of the amber flag.
Yeah, maybe hadn't quite checked up enough there yet. There you go from above. There's a good shot right
He
there.
was
Martz
really
in the
close,
28.
yeah. But They had
Right.
gone around the spinning car by then. That's a
Yeah. Tough break. And the bad luck continues here for Tristan Martz. This race has not been kind to several drivers this evening, Sue.
one driver getting a break. Bruce Pearson getting the lucky dog going around. He'll slop back around. Looks like he'll be last car on the lead lap. I think in 20th. Round number 5, sponsored by the Cruise Shop, sanctioned by the Bootleg Racing League. Brought to you courtesy of the Global SimRacing Channel. It's a little messy. That's okay. This is getting me ready for the bloodshed I'm going to see tomorrow night
Right,
in
the
Game
majors.
of Thrones here. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
you were referencing Game of Thrones. I
Yeah.
thought you were going to reference the majors, as they'll be on the, the Nürburgring combined, the Nordschleife. Yes.
That'll be almost as messy. Ari's gonna make it. That's all I care about. The little girl.
Okay.
She's gonna get through. Everyone else, I'm done with.
What about the Hound? Do you think the Hound will make it, Sue?
The Hound is out of here.
The Hound's like Keith Richards type character, though, isn't he? I mean, the potential for him to live forever is there, is it not?
His character arc has reached its zenith. He is done. I will miss him. Chris Fassini, though, right now, looking to survive as he's out in front.
I do remember that the Hound is a fan of chicken, Sue. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Well, it is nighttime, and if I've learned anything from watching Game of Thrones, the night is dark and full of terror, even though it's very well lit here at New Smyrna. Chris Passini out in front. The pace car pulls in. Another good jump. Look at Ruben Altice. He's going to hang on to second position. Getting a little tired of waiting as the 0-0. Matt Shanaski now side by side with Kenny Kibbe with the momentum on the top side. Shanaski cannot make it work. Kibbe's going to get third.
Contact back there. The Butler did it. No. I think he got into Chris Forster. And boy, did that start a melee. Wow.
Yeah, the 22 did get into Forster, and then it's an octopus putting on its socks. Cars going everywhere. You can't tell what's going on.
Herzog hit the first note on the accordion there, and then Soup, it just went nuts.
It was pa from there.
5 wide, 4 and 5 wide there trying to get through.
My gosh. Lucky the vehicles are free.
Right? On board this Todd Liston.
Joe
Our
Pete
director
corrects me that they are like $14.95. Okay, thank you, Joe.
I believe you could get the SK modified for $11.95.
For 11, okay.
Yeah. Maybe even the Tour modified, because big news from iRacing here. Just I don't know, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, they have scanned Justin Bonsignore's Whelen modified Tour car, and they are updating.
Okay.
And going fresh with the Tour modified. So we've talked about that earlier on in the season. No word from the Bootleg Racing League if they'll elect to maybe move to the Tour mod when it's been revamped, but we'll see. We'll see exactly what that might bring here to the league, and well, to all the modified leagues that are out there. So
let me correct myself. I talked about Bruce Pearson getting his back on the lead lap. He did not, but he once again got the lucky dog. Now he is on the lead lap. Sitting back in 19th. The guy is only 7 spots away from transferring.
Okay, now the other driver making a debut tonight, Adam Shane, the Carolina driver, Soup, he sits in P11 right now. Picked up 14 spots in this race. He had to start dead last in this field. And, Adam has avoided a lot of the trouble. Now, he did have to go in once. He's got some damage on the front end of his SK, but Soup, things definitely looking up. He's got himself right here in the transfer position neighborhood. So, we'll see what Adam's got here before this evening's over.
best paint job out there racing right now, man. That is a slick looking car. Simple, dark, and scary. Number 31.
And sponsored.
Really?
Yes, Gargamel's Kitchen LLC. I hope I'm saying that right, but it looks like Gargamel's.
I bet you they have a good bowl of chili there. I'm just thinking. All right, let's see if we can get in a little bit of a run this time. Chris Bassini has the pace. He's not scared of green flag racing. Another good jump from Bassini. Altice in jeopardy this time. Oh, trying to stick it down in there deep was Kenny Kibbe. Does not get underneath. I hear more banging in the back. We continue now. Too much banging.
Oh, boy.
We're going again.
More banging indeed. And, oh, man, did that car get hit. Poor Sarah Spiller.
Sarah.
Just, she got punted.
More than once.
Oh.
She got into it with Scotty Zerk. She managed to keep it safe, but then she got hit one more time.
That was a carousel ride that just went really, really bad, Sue.
She goes off. She goes into the wall, and Joshua Buckley T-bones her as she's cartwheeling, pinwheeling down the front straight. Well, I guess Chris Bassini doesn't mind. He'll stay out in front. Medina Mendes hopefully getting paid by the lap as she's out there again in that pace car. Altice, Kibbe, Janoski, Harden, Jewel, Menda, Holloway. Let's talk about car number 95, racing in 9th position. Matthew Aubrey. Started in 23rd.
We haven't mentioned him at all, have we? And Aubrey, talk about drivers having a good night. Matt really putting on quite a show back here.
Yeah, I don't know if you need to. Success is not based on speed. It's your what they call, what's a quarterback when they say he has escapability. I think that's what he
like
has
Russell,
right
like
there.
Russell Wilson type guy.
Yeah, that's
yes.
it. Matthew Aubrey able to avoid all the nonsense that's been going on in front of him. I do like the banner they have on the windscreens of these cars. Says the cruise shop on there. Really nice.
Yeah, well, fortunately, the modifieds, the SK and the Tour, are some of the vehicles on iRacing that will allow you to use a windshield banner like that. Not every vehicle has a spot for the banner, but it definitely works on these cars, indeed. And in fact, I think on the Tour modifieds, I'm pretty sure they have a Willen banner on those by default.
From those of us who are always trying to sell sponsorship to support their series, it would sure be nice if iRacing would give us maybe a billboard or two that we could stick a sponsor on us. Look, as you see those billboards right there, wouldn't it be nice if we could put the cruise shop on one of them, huh?
Well, and there's a couple of empty ones here at New Smyrna.
Yeah.
They're selling space, so we'll have to check into that.
Wonder if we'd have to pay New Smyrna for the billboard space. Pace car is in. All right, Chris Bassini gets the jump. Look, now we got to fight for second though. Kibbe's had enough of this. He gets them above. Kibbe is around. He's on the grass. He saves it. He got a little touch from Jeffrey Harden. We are going to stay racy. Kibbe gets the worst for wear on that one.
No, we're not. Kibbe couldn't get back going, unfortunately, Soup, and it does bring out the caution. He hit that inside, retaining the wall, and then the car drifted a little bit back up in the line. I think that's what brought us back to the caution.
Oh, my goodness. Those automated iRacing stewards are cranky tonight.
It drifts a little close back to the line right there. Is it possible? Maybe.
Might have been a second incident that we didn't see. We'll see if we can spot it. Yes, going around was, oh, I just lost it too. He blinked away too fast. So it may have been a different car. Yes. Hang on, we'll tell you who it is. Spinning around also was car number 02, Scotty Zirk. And that might have brought out the yellow. Because he was on the main straight.
You know what, Soup? You're absolutely right. It was Zerk, and he was right in front of John Hine. Zerk checked up, and then Hine got Zerk. It was that accordion we keep talking about. They all checked up back there. Yeah, that was it. Scotty got hit pretty hard there, actually. Boy, and we've got some beat up looking SK Modifieds now, and well, one of them is Kenny Kibbe. After that incident, the Discraft SK Modified a couple inches shorter on the rear end.
Yeah, everyone vultures a few spots. Remember Donnie Moore? He had issues. Well, now he sits in 12th. Car number 26. Dan Butler looking outside, trying to get into that transfer spot. And of course, when I talk transfer spot, I'm talking about transferring to the pole next round. The top 12 get shuffled. Butler knows very well the advantages of being on the pole, as I believe he went wire to wire last time out. One of our few wire to wires this season.
Right before the break.
Hope everyone had a happy Easter holiday while we were away.
Pearson getting that wave around, Soup. He will now get back on the lead lap with everybody.
Slots into 18th position. 18 cars on the lead lap. Joshua Buckley out there 2 laps down. Kurt Smith a couple laps down. Kurt Meeks the same.
You think Buckley's feeling like he's on the firing line right now, Soup?
I don't get that one.
That was a good reference. I'm
sorry. I got to be honest. When I don't get him, I tell you. Chris Massini out in front. Ruben Altice, Matt Shanowski, Jeffrey Harden, Jason Menda. That was a nice restart. Very orderly.
It was.
Everybody just kind of slots in position.
I wonder if the boss yelled at him.
Yeah, the boss was taking a peek inside of Jason Menda, who sits in 5th, going down low. That's Mike Holloway. I love Mike Holloway. In one of the few events that I raced in this series, Mike and I were side by side going around. Oh, it's Matthew Aubrey. He saves it. That was
but it checks
gave him a little hot sauce.
It was, and it checks up. Donnie Moore was on a monster run coming up through the field, bringing Kibbe with him, and that checked him up. Now he's side by side behind, and trouble on the front stretch.
Aubrey checks up Moore, gets him in a punt. Let's see who we got here on this one.
That was Lowell Joel. That was the boss that was around. And yeah, he was either loose off or maybe feeling a little bit pinched there by Mike Holloway. I don't know, either or. Gets him around. We'll get a look at it here on the replay. See if we can get a better look at it here. I just don't know if there was contact.
Oh, I'm gonna give Holloway the pass on that one.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think Lowell was starting to come around. I don't think there was any contact. It was neck code at best.
Or maybe Lowell thought that was Jason Menda right up front. Maybe Lowell's going to come across. See, now we're right on board with Lowell. That's Menda. I think he's thinking about making a run on the inside and forgets that he has a car on its inside.
Boy, it sure did look like contact from on board. So it was either a situation of some contact or a little bit of net code, or maybe a little of both. But brings poor Lowell in, who was having a really solid run up there in the top 10.
Well, one of the few races is follow up on my story of the races that I raced in this series. Mike Holloway was very helpful, saying, "Come on, Soup, let's go," as we were at the back of the pack. His cheering was encouraging, but not helpful in any way at all. Did not help me go any faster.
Okay, so Gargamel's Kitchen LLC Soup is a food-grade nitrous oxide supplier.
Well, that doesn't sound like it has anything to do with chili.
But nitrous oxide very, very important in the restaurant industries. It actually serves several functions. Your beer taps use nitrous, and your soda fountains use nitrous. So nitrous is a very, very critical part of running any large commercial scale restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly as our director has pointed out, it makes a restaurant go fast. And they're in Denver, Colorado, by the way.
Well, I think after I have some chili, I think I end up with some, what's it called?
Yeah, no, leave the nitrous alone, Sue.
Yeah, all right.
Leave that to Dennis Hopper.
All right,
Another bad reference, I'm sorry. William H. Buckley, by the way. That's still not ringing a bell? The firing line?
What? I know Bill, you're talking Bill Buckley, the commentator then, William Buckley. Is that who we're talking about?
Yes,
okay, I'm with you. I'm on board. All right. Oh man, we are digging deep for that one. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, man. All right, here we go. Everybody lined up, ready to go. Let's see if we get these last 32 laps in under green flag here, Sue.
Lord help us, because our references are getting more obscure, which each
they
flag.
really are.
All right, the lights are off the pace car. 33 laps to go. Chris Massini with a great jump. Ruben Altice tries to tuck in. Look at this now. Shinosky has worked his way up into third. Stuck on the top side is Jeffrey Harden. Harden with a good run, though, trying to find some room. He's going to try to squeeze down underneath Menda.
He was trying to thread it right there. Wow. There's Herzog lurking back there. We got a car off. Oh, was that Aubrey? Aubrey couldn't handle it off of 4, Soup.
Oh, it was the 21
and yeah,
of John Hine
John gave him a little bit of help there, I think. I don't think John meant to, but John got a little bit off the apron there, shot up, makes that little bit of contact, and they get checked up just behind him.
Well, so much for...
Yeah.
Aubrey got sacked on that one. It's not escapable. So, with 30 to go, we come back under yellow again. How about some hard chargers? Mike Holloway sits in 6th, up from 13th. All right, can we look at the car number 99? James Lowe started to the back, up into 10th position. He's at 2nd in points.
Well,
and made it to the transfer spot.
And this is what guys are running for a points championship. This is what they do, Soup. They find themselves late in a race with a chance to strike, right? With a chance to get a good points paying position at the end of the night. He's got spots in front of him here to get. Now, unfortunate thing for him is he's got 2 guys in front of him who've moved up a ton through this field, and John Hine and Adam Shane.
Newcomer Bruce Pearson in the number 96 was several laps down. Got the lucky dog. He got a kennel full of lucky dogs, actually. Now he is back not only on the lead lap, but sitting in 15th position. So
how many pit stops you think Bruce is taking without looking at your JRT? That would be Joel real time.
I would think at least 3.
At least?
Yeah, more than that?
No, you're wrong. Go a lot higher than that. How about 9? He's brought the number 9.
9.
Escape modified down there 9 times. I don't know what he's looking for, but he's figured something out. I mean, he's still in and on the lead lap here, so.
Chris Passini up in front. Lights are on the pace car. I think we're gonna go green from here. I just got a hunch. So, Sean, I'm gonna turn over the honors to you here when we come around.
Okay.
I think let's go boogieing a little bit early, because I think
Yeah.
I think
we-
we're going to need it.
Well, you never know when a run's gonna break out, and I've
Yeah.
been thinking all night that one is. So here we go. The lights are out, and well, Chris Piscini in the Eastport Feeds SK Modified has got this field ready to go. Ruben Altice has managed to hang on to the front of this field now for 75 laps. Soup, looking like a real contender here tonight for a win in his SK. Here we go down the back stretch, heading to turn 3. Medina Mendez and the Ford Mustang pace car get ready to pull off of this track. Folks, lower that disco ball down from the ceiling. It's an all skate. It's time to boogie, baby. Let's get going here and get this party started down into turn 1. Piscini rockets away from Ruben Altice. Altice gets it clean from Matt Shinosky. Shinosky being hounded by Jeffrey Harden coming down into turn 3. Harden looks to the inside.
I tell you, nothing will stop a streak of yellow flags better than a time to go boogie call from Sean Crackers Ambrose. We get in a green flag run now, working lap number 77. It's time to go racing, says Chris Piscini as he starts to open it up. Altice is holding up Shinosky, the cork in the bottle back there. Shinosky,
He really is. Matt is pressing hard right now. He knows the score. He cannot let Piscini continue to run away if he's got any chance of getting to him. This thing stays green. Piscini has just got a rocket under him
On
here
the
at the moment.
inside, James Lowe smashes it into the wall, and we get the yellow flag.
Oh, and Lowe's going to have a little bit of help, Soup. And tonight has been about a help. Help your fellow driver. And,
Yeah.
well, the Butler did it again.
This is not on the Butler. This is Lowe trying to come across underneath him. Yeah.
Lowe was looking for an opportunity there to get inside and go take a position.
They always blame the Butler, and it's wrong. The Butler did not do it. Look at him. This is Dan. He holds his line. I think
the Butler's been responsible for everything since what, the first Agatha Christie model?
That's right.
Book. Not doing any French. Oh, it's Belgian. That's right. Yes, I'm sorry. Oh.
Joe Pete coming up with his Agatha Christie references here. Very nicely done.
See, just when we thought we were running out, Soup.
We,
Hey, I'm going to put it out there right now. I challenge all the team over at Race Spot to bring your best references, guys, because I haven't ever heard an Agatha Christie reference or a
William Buckley.
William H. Buckley.
Bang the drums slowly. We are really digging deep in the barrel here tonight. Trying to get one from this century would be nice.
Yeah, the kids have all tuned out. So
Yes.
it's past their bedtime anyway.
All right. Well, we thought we could get you some green flags run when we brought Sean to tell us time to go boogie. That didn't happen. We got 20 to go. Boy, I'll tell you, Matt Shinosky was really trying to get around Ruben Altice
Yeah.
to have a shot at Piscini. Piscini was driving away.
Look for him to get a much better restart here because Shinosky's smelling the blood in the water up here. He's got a legitimate shot at winning this race tonight.
Hey, we talked about the newcomers. Let's look at 12th position. This is our transfer spot. Adam Shane back there in 12th. Right behind him, Bruce Pearson, the man of many pit stops.
Yeah, he's had a few this evening, but Soup, he is in this to finish the race. I cannot fault the guy at this point.
Oh.
The lights are out and we get ready to go, and he is still, in fact, running. So I think that is a win for him at this point.
Clearly a new strategy, double-digit pit stops. The way to get to the transfer position. We'll see him on the pole if he can pick up one more spot. He has to work his way around the other newcomer of Adam Shane. We'll watch that while we watch the battle up front as well. Pace car is in for the umpteenth time. Good jump from Chris Piscini. Altice with a good jump. The 00 did not get going.
He Did not. Now he's in the fight of his life there
Yeah.
with Jeff Harden up on the outside. Harden finding the fast way around.
Oh, and Harden can't get it done. He gets some good drive off, though. We'll continue to watch up front. Piscini driving away. Altice comfortable. Look at them, still side by side.
Menda fighting a very, very pushy race car right now. He's all over the track. He's having big trouble here.
Sitting on the outside, that's Herzog in the 57 down below. Those guys race 2 cars back. A little bump from Donnie Moore on Menda. That gives Menda a good shot, actually, and moves him in front of Herzog. Meanwhile, the 2 cars up in front continue to race like Cialis bathtubs. Shinosky and Harden dead even across the line.
Matt's got to be careful on that apron down there. He almost lost it a moment ago. Car's a little tight on him, it looks like. And the yellow's back out, Soup. No, we got another one. Donnie Moore, John Hine get into it.
This one,
John got
I can look at it once, on the apron that came up.
Yeah, he got in. His entry was a little bit lower than he wanted. It shot the car up just enough to clip Donnie and send him around. On board with Liston here is going to get away with one, Soup. On board that cruise shop FW SK Modified, he gets by.
That's a duck and a weave from Liston there as he moves up into 8th position. So what does that mean to our 2 rookies? Adam Shane, well, he sits in 9th. Bruce Pearson, 9 pit stops under his belt in 11th. The Butler in the transfer position. And my goodness, Dan Butler sits in 12th, and he's got a cushion. He's got Buckley and Spiller and Meeks and Lowe. All those cars a lap down Tristan Marsh before you get to Scotty Zerk in 13th. Looking good for the number 22.
Sue, when they come back to the line, there'll be only 10 laps left to go. This one's taking a little bit tonight.
10 green flag laps, I'm going to optimistically announce.
Well, get to the window, folks. Got maybe one
Well, here's news.
lap and a half here to get him in.
Harden got to the inside of Shinosky. And remember, they were side by side. So Harden gets that pass made. He'll be starting inside of row 2. Altice honestly has nothing for Chris Piscini. We'll see if he can hold off the stampede that'll be coming behind him. Piscini gave him a little bit of an inspired race here tonight. As I talked about warning track power, he's going to pick up his first win. 5 different winners if Piscini can get to the checker flag first. And honestly, with Altice and Harden, Matt Shinosky, he does not have a win. His brother does. Mike Holloway up to 5th. Oh my goodness, some old timers here, tugging at the heartstrings. Dandy Down reference. Matt Shinosky, number 00 in your program, number 1 in our hearts. Out there in 3rd.
We'll see. I'll tell you what, Matt was fighting so hard with Harden, but here we go, Sue.
Piscini with a good jump. Altice with a good jump. Altice with visions of going underneath him into corner number 1. Does not happen, but he's closer than he's been. More bumping. I hear some crashing in the back, and I see a waving yellow flag.
It's out, and poor John Hine got turned around this time and got hooked up with Dan Butler.
Butler was safe in the 12th position. Nothing could hurt him. And Hine gets into an issue with the number 96 of Bruce Pearson.
Again, Sue, proving your theory. The Butler is not always responsible.
No.
Once again, just innocent bystander.
Bruce Pearson in
Okay.
10th.
Oh, we did this already, didn't we? Great butlers of all time, didn't we? We went there.
Oh, I think
Yes.
we
covered that. We covered that. Sorry.
But people are watching for the first time. You sure it's not quality material that needs to be done? All right, we'll save it for one more Yellow Fest coming.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well,
Alfred Pennyworth. That's all I'm saying.
That's a good one. That's probably is the best one. Mr. Belvedere is a good one.
Yes.
All right, you want a
Benson.
reference? There was a God. What is the series from the? Oh, I'm going to get in trouble here. I got time to fill. Oh, I can't get it. It's too far back. It's too deep in my brain.
Recessed in
it's too deep
the
in there.
deepest, darkest spots of your mind.
I'm going to come up with this. Somebody check this out on YouTube. Is there a sitcom from the 60s called Family Affair that had
Oh, no. Yes.
Okay.
What was the little girl's name?
I have no idea. I could barely. Oh, jeez.
Was it Trudy or something like that?
Oh, I think you nailed it. I think you've got it.
Yes.
Is there anyone still watching this broadcast? I can't believe
so,
it.
Soup.
That one takes the cake. I don't think we can get any more obscure than Trudy on Family Affair. Oh.
I should know that.
Oh, God. You really should.
That's actually before me, but syndication was great.
Gee whiz. Chris Passini is. If there's any mercy in the world, we'll get this under green all the way to the end before Crackers and I go any deeper.
You know what? I hope for Passini's sake that the inspiration for that SK modified, that Eastport feeds SK modified. I hope the boss is up watching tonight, Mr. Anderson, out there. I know he's a frequent Facebook user, so maybe Wayne Anderson, the champ,
all right.
former Riverhead Raceway modified champion, is watching this race. Maybe going to get his number 15 in victory lane tonight. 2 laps to settle it, Soup, as they head down the backstretch.
That's it. I want to verify with you. We're on lap number 3. So when they come across, it'll be 2 to go. 2 green flag laps. All they got to do is get 1 in because they won't throw the yellow on the final lap. We can finish under green right now. Shanoski right on the gearbox of Passini. A great jump for the 00. That's what he's been waiting for. He gets to the outside to try to get an entry into corner number 1. He gets around Altice. Altice finally falls down a position. All this going on behind Chris Passini, who opens up a 4-car late lead.
Ooh, Altice coming back.
The inside is Altice.
Oh,
There's a spin in the back. I think it's going to bring out the yellow before our leader got to the finish line. I think this one's going to finish under caution. There is a mess going on behind him.
Oh, boy.
Who's going to survive this? And how? There are blown engines everywhere. Kurt Smith. Adam Shane has a blown engine. We'll sort it out later. iRacing is looking to see who's scoring in 12th, but all this going on behind Passini, who comes around corner number 4, picks up his first win of the season. Round number 5 of the Outlaw Modified Series goes to Chris Passini. Ruben Altice gets second. Matt Shanoski had a taste of second for a while. But wait a minute. Shanoski's going to be scored in second. Ruben Altice is going to be scored in... Nope, I had it right the first time. Altice in second, Shanoski in third. A name to look at. How about Kenny Kibbe would be good.
Let's start with Kibbe.
He's last of the scene. He may actually make the contact right at the finish line.
Well, he makes it through the contact, but then he comes back up on the track, and then in front of him, there's just an absolute detonation of cars. He can't see anything. Then he gets run into from behind. It's just a mess.
Yeah. It really, a fun one to look at would be the 87 of Dan Butler before we go to break. Let's see if we can find this one, because he goes across
Butler's
the finish line.
The 87's
Oh, the
Liston.
87 of Liston, sorry.
Liston, yeah.
He goes across the finish line backwards.
Wow. What a mess.
What a mess. We will run down the entire finishing order. 10 drivers finished on the lead lap. We'll give you that much. The racing is thankfully over. here at the at New Smyrna. Let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll run down the entire finishing order. Talk to some of the drivers before we put a lock on the gate. Back in a few. Sponsored by the Cruise Shop and sanctioned by the Bootleg Racing League, this is the Global SimRacing Channel's coverage of the Outlaw Modified Series, round number 5 from New Smyrna. The results are in. Let me give them to you. Chris Passini starts in third. He gets the win. Ruben Altice behind him. Matt Chinoski, Jason Menda, and newcomer Adam Shane go third, fourth, and fifth. A nice run for the debut performance by Adam Shane. Back half of your top 10, Dan Butler, Todd Liston, James Lowe in 8th, Mark Herzog in 9th. The last car on the lead lap, Kurt Smith. Crackers?
All right, Soup, and we're going to end at P11, and that's going to be Mike Holloway in number 9, and Kenny Kibbe. Going to get a chance to start on the bowl next week, Soup. He'll finish 12th in that transfer spot. Scotty Zerk will finish 13th in the 02. Bruce Pearson, well, I would have loved to have had a better night, but that last incident there really wiped a lot of guys out. 14th for him. Jeff Harden up there battling for a possible win, winds up 15th in the 44. Donnie Moore, boy, he just had a rough night, period, and it wins in 16th place. So Kurt Meeks, 17th for him. Sarah Spiller, boy, things were looking promising early. She hangs on, finishes 4 laps down in 18th. Tristan Martz going to go 19th tonight, Soup. And Josh Buckley is going to finish 20th.
Hidden Blackjack, it's John Hine, Lowell Jewell in the double duck spot. 23rd, 24th, and 25th goes to Matthew Aubrey, who had a good run for so long, and they got caught up in some incidents. Chris Forster and Mike Allen. 2 cars out there, Andy Tico and Jeff Dooley did not race. 25 drivers took the grid. We have those 25 names for you. Follow up on a few points here. First of all, we'll look at the driver in 12th position, Kenny Kibbe. He's 12th but a lap down. I'm not sure if he is eligible for the transfer or not. I'll have to read the rules to see if you have to be on the lead lap. If you do have to be on the lead lap, the pole position driver will be Kurt Smith next time out. So that takes care of that. And then finally, more importantly, Sean, I believe you have an update on Family Affair.
Well, I do, and we want to thank Sam Crow for, I'm wondering if that's really his name, Sam Crow. But anyway, the little girl's name was Buffy. That was Buffy, and Sebastian was the butler. So, yes, Sebastian right up there is one of the all-time butlers.
All right, now that we've got that taken care of, it is time for interviews, and I have the pleasure of talking to our race winner, Chris Passini. Chris, congratulations on the win, first time this season. What you got out in front? You just was able to hang on to it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I could have used a race like this tonight because I have a bruised rib, so it was kind of hurting behind the wheel, and I was afraid if we got a long green flag run, I was gonna have to duck off and call it quits for the night. But as you saw by my expert attempt at the burnout, I couldn't turn the wheel quick enough and hurt myself and just drove it into the wall. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm good.
I thought the racing lines were pretty competitive at this track. The bottom line and the top line seemed fairly fairly even.
They are. It's You have to drive each line a little bit different, and if you miss your mark by like a half a car, you're just gonna get so tight and go right up, which I think was probably the issue of a couple of the accidents tonight. But yeah, the two lanes were there, but you had to get a lot of give and take for it to really work out.
You know what? Even though you didn't see the race itself because you were out in front, I think you nailed it a lot. I think that's exactly we saw that a lot. A lot of cars drifting from the low line, not able to hold. The low line works, but you have to be careful doing it, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to try going that low, but later in the run, the line I was running just above that first groove there, it actually started loosening up towards the end. So when I punched the gas, it was kicking the rear end around. The car was actually feeling a lot better, and I was kind of surprised. I was wishing we were gonna go green to the end. I wanted to see what it would do further, but I'll take it.
All right. Well, we'll get you out of here on this one. James Lowe, who sits ahead of you in the points, finished in 8th. The Sultan of the Sorts track, J.R. Shepard, was not here today. So your win, you're only 12 back of him. Your win's going to move you up there. Congratulations. You'll be close to the top.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really that comfortable with New Smyrna, and I was hoping to finish around like the top 10, top 12 area because I feel a lot more better at Southern National for next week. But let's see if I can go from 12th to first again.
We'll see what happens. Congratulations on the win. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, sir.
Chris Passini picks up his first win of the season. Crackers, who do you got?
I got Ruben Altice. Ruben, congratulations, man. You start the pole, you hang on the whole race. That was a dogfight out there tonight, man. A hell of a race, dude. Congratulations.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. It was a fun race for sure, man. It was tough.
What okay, so this is obviously a very, very fast track, and I think that's what led to all the cautions tonight. How hard was it for you to get into a rhythm?
Pretty tough. Like I say, it's hard to pass this track for sure. Like I say, you can keep your momentum up. It's just hard to get by some.
Yeah, it really was. We thought maybe there'd be a couple of grooves to work with this evening, but boy, that choo-choo chain just kind of stalls out there up top a little bit, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's tough. I knew when Chris got up front, unless he made a huge mistake, it was over. But gave it everything we had.
Well, Ruben, you certainly did, and I'll tell you what, nothing to be ashamed about. This field, this track, big one tonight. Lots of big ones, lots of caution flags, but you survived to the finish. Hey, quick question for you, buddy. By any chance, you somewhere from around that Darlington area?
No, sir. I'm from Ferrum, Virginia. It's about 30 miles from Martinsville, Virginia.
Oh, okay, that's right. You're one of the Virginia drivers. That's right. Strong. What makes you guys so good on these short tracks?
I don't know. I guess it's just where we grew up around short track racing the whole life and just love it. That's when I got into this racing. I did mostly short track.
Well, we love having you in the booth, Ruben. We'll see you again next week, my friend. Take care. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, Soup. That's Ruben Altice, and that leaves room for you to talk to Matt Shinoski, our third place finisher tonight.
Well, he finished in 3rd. I honestly thought he might get 2nd. Matt, I thought you were there. Do you know what? Did iRacing score you back in 3rd when the yellow came out?
Yeah, I think me and Ruben were side by side there when the yellow came out, and I just missed out on it. That's all right.
Man, you had worked so hard to get around him. I guess nobody had anything for Passini today. He looked pretty hooked up.
No, I think he had us all covered there. He was getting real good restarts, and once he got out front, I don't think we were going to be able to pass him.
You started in 6th. You worked your way up. That incident that happened where we lost the cars in front of you, were you behind them early on? I guess that would have been who was involved. I can't remember who that was. The incident happened ahead of you. Was that you?
I believe the only incident that happened in front of me was when Kenny Kibbe spun.
Right.
And that happened to the inside of me. I just drove around it. It wasn't a big deal for me to miss it. But, everything else was behind me tonight.
Where's the brother tonight?
He was having some hardware issues. I think his wheel having some problems with his wheels, so I'm sure he'll get that rectified for next time.
Well, that's okay. The Shanowskis are represented well by you, Matt. Congratulations on the podium finish, and good luck the rest of the way.
All right, hey, thanks, Soup.
Matt Shanowski, 3rd place finisher today.
And Soup, we're going to take a quick one with Kenny Kibbe real quick. We're going to talk to him. Kenny had a little bit of a rough and tumble night, but I brought up the sponsor he had on the car earlier, running Discraft on the car. Kenny, what's your connection to Discraft? I'm dying to know.
Well, I mean, it's a Michigan-based company, and I'm a big disc golf fan, and I'm from Michigan, so they're pretty big around here. So I just thought I'd have them on the car since it's kind of sort of local.
Well, I'll have to send you a picture. I'm wearing my Discraft hat right now. I was telling the story during the broadcast that my son is an ultimate Frisbee player and has been for about 7 years now. And very familiar with Discraft and their products. And like I said, I'm wearing their hat right now during the broadcast. It's cool seeing them on the car. But talk to us just real quickly about the race. How rough was it for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was a rough race for everyone to an extent. We're kind of just running around in the top 3 or 4. I think we had a carve to get 2nd or 3rd, but on that one restart, Ruben, I don't know if he didn't know if I was there or what, but came down on me. And after that, we were just caught in the hornet's nest and just tried to salvage what I could, and somehow ended up 12th. So I'm lucky and glad of that, at least.
Well, hey, listen, Kenny, we go to Southern National next week. Hopefully you'll find a little better luck there. You definitely had a fast race car this evening. We're sorry it didn't work out for you. We hope we get a chance to talk to you then, my friend.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, Soup. That's Kenny Kibbe. And that is another broadcast here on the Global SimRacing Channel, and another one from New Smyrna Speedway and the Bootleg Racing League. Love coming here every season.
Stick around because we got some important stuff to tell you right now. Thanks to the Bootleg Racing League for organizing the Outlaw Modified Series and contracting with GSRC to broadcast it. For more series information about Bootleg Racing League, try facebook.com/Bootleg Racing League or bootlegracingleague.com. Thanks to our series sponsor, The Cruise Shop. Call them at 260-755-6125 or visit them at thecruiseshopfw.com. If you're a golfer, they'll hook you up with a golf package. If you're a Frisbee golfer, they'll probably hook you up with something that way too. Check them out. They'll help you out. On screen now are just some of the equipment and software used to stream cyberspace into your place. Additional thanks to June Milan, who provides our wonderful music. See the screen to how to get a hold of more of her great work. The Bootleg Racing League returns next round number 7 from Southern National. GSRC will be there to bring you all the action. Soup and Crackers will be there, hopefully a little less reference heavy. Sliding across your screens now are some of the upcoming broadcasts, so check those out and mark them down on your calendar. If you want to know more about us, globalsimracingchannel.com, Twitter, GSR Channel, Facebook, Global Sim Racing Channel, Instagram, GSRC_Graham. If you haven't done so yet, what are you waiting for? Become a YouTube subscriber by hitting that big red button so you don't miss a moment here on the Global Sim Racing Channel. Finally, on behalf of the entire crew, that would be Sean Crackers Ambrose, the hardest working man in sim race broadcasting, Joe Peak, and Dougie Beard, our camera Zuru. I'd like to thank all of you for watching as Chris Bassini picks up his first win of the season here at New Smyrna. With that said, we're off to have fun storming the castle. So until next time, race clean, race hard, and we'll see you on the track.